What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. Got a call for you. Let's go ahead and jump into today's unboxing. So hopefully you guys don't mind today. Going to take a little bit of a break from the face cam so that I can kind of focus today. We have some gear here that I do want to jump into, and one of them is going to be a mod to a knife I have in the collection. So if you're interested in that after you see the unboxing, make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss that. Today's unboxing knife is going to be the TRM Atom. I just was randomly checking the website and they happened to restock them. So I'm carrying this one around and checking it out. This was a variety pack or an assortment pack that they were offering from the Crispy Donut community. So I did want to check it out. I think a lot of the stuff that they're doing is kind of fun and interesting, and just wanted to take a chance and see what all I would get with the prize pack and share that with everyone. So they did this, I want to say the last week of June, I want to say. So this came out pretty quickly. Did I miss cutting these? I think I did. And I have no idea what's in here. We're going to find out together. I don't know if it included a knife and some other stuff, if it's just some gear. We'll find out here in a second if this was money well spent or not. There we go. Let me just make sure there's no packing slip in here. Nope, doesn't look like it. And we got confetti. We have, we got what looks like a lanyard bead in here. We have this looks like an RE. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe an RE of North Carolina. We have, oh man, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Hold on, let me just double check as I pull this out. I'm trying to keep it from being too messy. Looks like Texas. So I don't know if this is perhaps where the two owners reside. I think North Carolina and Texas. At least that looks like it's a little hard to tell. Kind of small. We have a pry bar here with the sprinkles on it and a lanyard. Really cool. And let's see here. We have a big old patch. Goodness gracious. These are all individually packaged as well. We got another patch, Rhino patch here. Hopefully I'm on camera. Did y'all see this one? Looks like, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. Hopefully y'all saw that. Looks like we got a Nuck. Not quite sure. At least it looks like a Nuck. Y'all can correct me down in the comments on any of this stuff. Again, I'm not 100% sure. We got another RE. So I definitely got some stuff for the swag pack. Got another patch here. Man, there's a bunch of stuff in here. CDC REs for day. These look like Pokemon. And we got a big RE here. And let's see, lots and lots of REs. Holy cow. Look at all this stuff, guys. This is crazy. This is one heck of a swag. Oh, this is a coin? One heck of a swag pack. Got a bunch of REs here. This might be kind of good to go through because I was looking for some stuff to put on my water slide. Some of these are going to be a little too big for that. And some of these will not be. So looks like the main thing with the pry bar and the lanyard bead and the coin. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the coin and then a bunch of swag for that. So I'm going to fast forward cleaning this up. We will be right back. All right, I have everything put back in the box. I'm going to set the box aside gently because I don't want that stuff flying anywhere. And we are going to dive into this pack from Rip's Garage Tech Gear. So I had picked up a set of scales for my bug out and I wasn't quite sure what the issue was. Could not get the standoffs to fit into the scales that came from Rip's Garage Gear, so I sent that back. And since I already allocated the funds for something, I went ahead and picked these up for a different knife in my collection. So let's go ahead and get in here and take a quick gander at the goods, and then we'll go ahead and install them because obviously they're scales, right? Oh, no, I guess Rip's Garage Gear sells other things as well. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else in there, so we'll set that on the floor. And as you can see here, I have a set of scales. These are going to be for my recently acquired CTS XHP Shaman. I figured I like the orange and the black. Want to go ahead and install the scales. So again, going to time lapse or jump ahead and get everything set up for the disassembly. I will be right back with that. All right, so hopefully you stay tuned to check out this install. I am probably going to end up getting a little bit of a smaller work mat. I have my big black one downstairs that I use for like mods and stuff. I'm probably going to get a smaller version of that one. I really do like that one a lot. But before we jump into it, I do recommend Weha bits. I do have the stubby Weha driver linked down below as well. That does come with a small assortment of bits that could get you started for your needs if you need anything. These are the Combat Beads tool. I think they're sold on Griffin.com, if I recall correctly. Not 100% sure. What you're going to need for the Shaman are, I think it's T8 all the way. Nope. You're going to need a T6. So you will need a T6 for that. And you know what? I can't remember if I have, this is the T10, sorry, T6. I can't remember if I kept my MXG gear clip, so I may have to run downstairs really quick and look for that so that I can do all of this at once. But we're going to go ahead and start by taking the pocket clip off. That is going to be the only thing on here that is T6, and it makes sense. I mean, I wish it was all T8 because it would make it a whole lot easier, but it makes sense that it's all, you know, T6 because you really don't need a ton of strength on those screws. So actually, if you don't mind holding on for just a moment, I am going to run downstairs really fast and see if I have that MXG gear clip downstairs so I can do this all at once. Be right back. Okay, we are back. I forgot I had the titanium backspacer that I had modified from my previous Shaman, but I don't know that I'm going to use that in this setup because it doesn't quite match. So I have the MXG gear pocket clip that I was using on my previous setup, so we're going to be replacing that as well. And I don't know, I did keep it, but I didn't know if it was going to really kind of match, being that it was red and black. So I may install the CME as well. So we may cover all that. I left the glue downstairs, so that's probably not going to be part of today. We'll just grab the clip. I'll do the CME later, and I'll just do an update in a future video. Back to the knife. All right, grab your T8, and I would just go ahead and set the new scales aside out of the way for the moment. And then I typically try to, and let me start with the pivot. I'm gonna grab my T10. I typically try to disassemble from the compression lock side, just because it's easier to reassemble from this side. So let me just check to see here. Yeah, so it comes out really easy, and it doesn't appear that there's any type of thread locker on there that I am seeing, and it came out so easily, I believe it. I don't know if it's the coating or if they use titanium, but it's not sticking to the magnet. Let me check the smaller hardware. This is going to be your T8 hardware. Ooh, that is snug in there too. It almost felt like the whole knife moved, like it was flexing a little bit. There we go. I mean, I don't know if it's the coating or what it is. It is not sticking at all. All right, so I apologize. I'm looking down instead of checking the camera to see where everything's at. So that came right out. Ooh, some dust came out with that. Now, because we are replacing the scales, you're going to have to take apart this side as well. And this would be and can be a good opportunity to just lube everything up. But in this instance, I don't think that it needs anything. The action's really good. Well, I lied. I am going to stick a little bit of lube on the scale. I mean, on the washer. It isn't going to hurt anything. We're right here, right? So we're just going to disassemble each side and then reassemble it back together. And I am going to wipe it down just a little bit. It does look like some of the Oh, no, it's fairly clean. Let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty. It's actually pretty damn clean from the factory. That's nice. I can't really say that I've ever gotten a Spyderco that wasn't clean. So looking really good. I like that. What I'm going to do here is just a little bit of lube right in front of the detent track. And then because this is a washer, I will go ahead and lay it down. And then I am going to just put a small track right around the pivot. The pivot. And the darker side was facing out. So I'm just going to reinstall it like that. And we're going to go ahead and put the, I don't think I cleaned the lock interface. We're going to go ahead and just clean up a little bit here. Just going to give it a little tug, not much. Let's see, we got everything in place. Lifting up the lock bar will help it set down, and then it'll keep it from going over too far. So let's go ahead, grab one of our new RGT scales that go for this particular side. You're going to notice it doesn't have the clip holes on it. It's right hand setup for this particular instance, but you can let them know if you need a left hand setup. I think it's actually in the drop down for their website. So we're going to check these out. This is my first set of Rips Garage Gear scales. Very curious to see. It looks like so far the fitment's pretty good. They're definitely a little thick, but let me check the other side before I say that, because it could be that stop pin wasn't flush with the scales. I really don't know. I just need to look to check to see. And I don't know. I thought I had found a plug for the Shaman, or it could be that when I ordered them from Carbonize over on Instagram, it could be that I just asked for him to exclude the lanyard hole when he was making them, which probably took him less time to do it. So let's see here. Yeah, it's about the same thickness. Contouring definitely feels different though. This has more contour going on in the factory scale, whereas these just have completely flat and then they're contoured on the outside. But I think that's going to look pretty good. Let's go ahead and finish this up. I'm hoping this one here is going to come out without a fight. Yep, there we go. A little bit of a fight, but not much. This side was definitely in tighter, and it seemed like the adjustment was happening from the other end. So we're just going to repeat the same thing. I think I just took that off with the T8. So luckily for me, I'm using Weehaw bits and everything came loose. I didn't grab my T10. Faux pas on me. Let's see here. Let's take this one out and grab our other. Actually, we got to clean it. We didn't do this side yet. Didn't do this side just yet. Okay, keep myself straight there. Make sure I grab the T10 when I put it back together. We'll go ahead and lift this scale up, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wipe everything down. We'll make sure that we put this side down the tightest, because that seemed to be what was happening there. And we're going to clean the washer and the scale. Ooh, this one feels a little, let me see, is it just because there's, okay, yeah. I think it was just because there's, I don't know what that is. It seemed like there was some dirt, which is great for Phosphoron's washers. Fairly clean. Go ahead and clean the scale off. We're going to do the same thing here, except for the track. That hole goes all the way through on the Spyderco. The detent hole goes all the way through. Same thing here. I'm just going to lace the pivot a little bit. We're going to stick this back down, and this side looks like it was what was facing the scale. So I am going to put that on there so that if it does move, I'm not quite sure which one's moving. And then it looks pretty clean in there. Let me just check that real quick. Looks like a little bit of gunk from the scales was on it. And we'll go ahead and reinstall this. That looks pretty good. We're going to grab our other scale. We'll install that. Grab our T10 this time and reinstall the pivot bolt. And again, this one here feels like it was the one that they tightened it down from the factory. so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Hold on. Yeah, we'll tighten that all the way down, and then we'll start to make our adjustments as we move through. I'm going to probably do all of that before I install the pocket clip, but what I'm going to be doing is reinstalling the hardware, checking my centering, checking my play, making sure what's happening here. Am I not lined up? Oh, okay. I don't think I was quite lined up. Looks like the back spacer is fitting well. Okay, I'm not over tightening anything. Let's check our centering. Looks really good. And woo, lots of action here. Let's check the pivot. A little bit of play, which is not that unusual for these when you want them to have a bunch of action, but this is as tight as it'll go. Dropping shut, dead center. Yeah, it's a little loose, so let's tighten this up just a little bit more. Do small adjustments with these. With the phosphor bronze washers, you got to do small adjustments. Ooh, that fell quick. Yeah, still a lot of play. Let me check. Did I tighten all this up? Yeah, that feels good. That moved a hint. Nope. And nope, no play there. Let's check the compression lock bolt one more time. We'll go a little far this time. Ooh, it's still falling shut fast and still has just a hint of play. Fall shut really smooth. This is really nice. I don't know if this is a little bit newer, or you know, it was Cutlery Shop, but it's definitely dialed. I'm really happy with the way that came out and very interested to hear what you guys think. Sound off down in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this one. Shout out to everyone out there that's leaving the likes, commenting, and is subscribed to the channel. I love you guys. Thank you all for the support. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, peace.